video of On the Run, I'm going to be showing you guys the PS3 System, which is one of the main reasons for massive success within my organization and what's helped me explode and build a team of tens of thousands of customers. So step number one, you're going to want to get excited. What you want to do is you want to go to the globalvisionaries.org website, sign into the back end of the zone, and in there you'll see the tool section. You're going to go to the compensation plan, and here you're going to write down your 1 month, 3 month, 6 month, and 12-month goals. I got excited because when I first joined, guys, we had to have faith. There was only 300 customers in the company. There was no chairman, there was no resources, really no system, no marketing, no upline leadership, no corporate staff. The only products we had were a few of them. But I'm telling you what, guys, we had the vision, we had the belief. Now there's over 300,000 customers in the company and hundreds of chairman tents and above. So I got excited and I made my goals, physically wrote them. Number two, don't reinvent the wheel. When I came into this, I had a big ego, small bank account. I thought I knew how I could talk to my friends, how I could, get them into business, and it didn't work. I fell straight on my face. So stick to the system. System stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. So you want to work smarter, not harder, by utilizing the system and utilizing what's already working, what's already in place. You don't need to reinvent it. I try to go out there, I would spend 30, 40 minutes on a call talking to a friend while doing the system, and I didn't know what I was doing, and once I stuck to it, guys, it works like magic. Number three, leverage and edify. The beauty of Forex and also network marketing is you can leverage the success of other people. You can leverage in the market. So in this business, leveraging the system that's already built in place for you is so easy and simple to duplicate. Remember, it's not what works, it's what duplicates. So never learn without the intent to teach. So leverage and edify, guys. Super simple. Edifying a third party or a resource. Being able to create that bridge of trust. I'm going to show you guys in the PS3 system. So these are 3 points. So number one is going to be P. PS3. This is not video games. You're not playing PlayStation. This is peak interest, share the plan, and 3-way call. So peak interest, P. Law of average. What I learned is this is a filtering and sorting game. It's a numbers game. Network marketing is not magic. It's mathematics. So, law of average. If you look at baseball, I don't really, play baseball or watch baseball much, but I know enough to understand that if somebody hits a 300% batting average over a 3, 5, 10-year period, that's Hall of Fame. They're going to earn a $100 million plus contract. For being wrong 7 times out of 10. See, they're batting at 300%. But they're Hall of Fame, they're making all the money. That's kind of how network marketing works. You don't have to be right every time. Same with the market. You don't have to be right every single time. The point is that you understand how the law of average works. See, in network marketing, when I first got involved, maybe for every 10 people I talked to about the business, only 3 or 1 or 2 of them were getting involved. But as my experience grew, as my confidence grew, as my posture grew, and I learned what I was doing in my success, that also grew as well. When my value, my leadership grew, that's when I started attracting and getting a higher percent on my law of average of people who I would talk to. And there's always a number. You can figure it out. If I talk to 10 people, if I talk to 100 people, how many of them got involved? That's your law of average. So I would go for 20 no's a day. I would go out there and it would be all about perspective. Now, nobody wants to get rejected. Nobody wants to get told no. But I realized, look, there's more people in the world that I don't know than people that I actually do know. So I realized I needed to go out there and start talking to more people. I needed to go out there and start going through my warm market, because if I didn't talk to my friends and my family, somebody else was. I realized eventually this would get really big. People would hear about it, and I would hate for them to hear about it from somebody else instead of me. So 20 no's a day, guys. I wouldn't go to bed until I got told 20 no's, and I knew through there I would find my yeses. It was almost a game for me. Every no I got, I was more excited because I knew it wasn't, number one, no doesn't mean no. No means not right now, right? Maybe in 3 months or 6 months, somebody loses a job or gets in a breakup. That's their time that they want to actually come back and join you. So peak in interest, this can be from, calling your friends, inviting them to the business. Also, the invite video is in the blueprint on the back of the zone on the GB website and system. So there's 2 types of people, right? There's warm market, cold market. Warm market is your people that you know. People in your phone book, your yearbook, your Instagram, your social media, people that you know. Cold market is going to be strangers, right? And my mentor said, Austin, look, you'll probably make more money with strangers than you will your best friends. So what I use is if I would you. So when I'm inviting my friends, I'm saying, if I would send you a website with some videos, would you watch it? Cool, yeah, okay. So in 25 minutes, if I call you back, you'll watch the video. Yes, boom. So I send that to them. Or if it's cold market, if I'm in an Uber. The other day we were in an Uber, and as I was getting out, I got the gentleman's Instagram. Or sometimes you can say, you know what, to a waitress or a waiter or a hostess, hey, you know what, you did really good service. You would probably crush what I do. Or, hey, I'm looking to expand in the area. Do you keep your income options open? Oh, you know what for? Hey, look, I'm in a rush, but hey, let's exchange Instagrams. Let's exchange phone numbers. Boom. That's piquing interest. Getting them to where you can share the plan. Now, this is where we share the Global Visionaries website. You can share a website, whether it's a video, an opportunity call, an event, you're writing it on a paper napkin. This is not the most important part. Honestly, your posture is important. As I learned, people will usually never remember what you say, but they'll always remember how you made them feel while you said it. So it's more about your posture and your confidence. Guys, fear of loss. People aren't really interested in what they can gain. They're more afraid of what they can lose. So they see that you're positive. They see that you're going to be successful. If you know what you're doing, people follow people who know exactly where they're going. So if you have posture, if you know where you're going, what you're saying, if they're not sold that on the point that you're going all in and you're going to make this thing happen, they're not going to really follow you. You have to have confidence. You have to have belief first. So this is where we go to having backup. If you've ever lifted weights, or you've ever done, chest press or whatever, you have somebody spot you, right? You have somebody standing behind you to help you out and back you up. Same thing in the business. Even though now that I've had success in the business, I still utilize a third party, a three-way call. So after they've gone through and you've shared the plan, whether it was you doing the one-on-one, the op call, or you shared the website, they went through, they watched the videos, they watched what is Forex and the opportunity, and now you call them back. And this is where you're going to do a three-way call. Now, 80% of this is confidence, right? So when you go to close, what I usually say is, number one, when I call them back, hey, did you, or if I'm at an event, after the event, I pull them aside, hey, what was your favorite part? After, I go through the presentation, whether it's a PowerPoint or whether I did an op call, whether I showed them the website, what was your favorite part? What did you like best? I'm not sounding like a robot or some script. Here are bullet points. Don't take away so much exactly what I'm saying word for word. Don't copy word for word, but make it your own. Emulate this and utilize the points of what I'm saying, not maybe the word for word. So what I do is I call them back and say, what's your favorite part? I don't ask them, what did you like best? Because if you ask somebody what they like best, I didn't ask them what they thought about it, what they think. Because 85% of thoughts are negative. So if I ask somebody what they think about the presentation, they might say something negative or this, that, the other. But I'm going to, hey, what was your favorite part? What did you like best? Then they're going to say, the money, the time, or the freedom. People may join for, hey, I wanted to join for the money. I have plenty of time, because if this happened or that happened, I don't have a job now, or this is happening, or I don't have much time, but I have money. Somebody just recently joined my business that I enrolled, who was a gentleman who has money, has time, but he wanted to be a part of the culture. He wanted to be a part of what we're doing. He wanted to be a part of giving back. So there's multiple reasons why they'll say what their favorite part was or where they like best. Capitalize on that. Reiterate. Build rapport and show them. Become a good storyteller. So even if I don't have a success story yet, I'll always edify and tell a story. Stories sell and facts only tell. So I'll start talking about, if there's somebody, maybe in their 30s or 40s and they have kids and they're doing this, that, the other, maybe I'll tell a story about a Brandon Boyd, a chairman 50 in the company who has 6 kids. If they're more maybe like a college student or somebody like a millennial or younger, I'm going to tell a story about, somebody who is younger. Maybe a Bryce Thompson, there's so many stories, I don't want to get to names, but I would tell the story of other people that have a similar story to theirs. So next is what I'm going to do is, what I like to say is, and here's where the conversation gets real, because look, I keep it really short too. That's the main point of this, guys. You got to be in a rush. People won't value your time if you just spend. This call should take minutes at most. You should not be spending 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes. Guys, say less to more people. That's the overall point. You don't want to get caught up in too much of semantics and doing all this. People don't care what you know until they know that you care. Let me say that again. People don't care what you know until they know that you care. So when I'm going through here, what I like to ask them is I like to look, if I'm face to face, I really look them in their eye, dead serious, and say, where do you see yourself in 5 years? If I'm on a call, where do you see yourself in 5 years? What's your why? What are you doing? What would you do this for? My why, my son, I wanted time freedom to travel with him and give him a life that I never had. I try to relate to them in a sense of, hey, here's what's your why? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? So now they're starting to tell you what their vision is and what they want to do in life. And you'll be surprised, most people, when you ask that question, makes them uncomfortable. Especially when you're confident and posture, when you know where you're going. Most people don't know where they're going in life. When you ask that question, it's crazy because if you don't plan your work and work your plan, any road will take you to where you're going if you don't know where you're going. So this is important. You've asked their favorite part, you forced the conversation into a positive state, and then you went ahead and you related with them, asking them what their why is, and also where they see themselves in 5 years. Now you have something. Sometimes people need pushes. I needed a push over the edge. I didn't get involved in the business until my 5th exposure, right? They say that 85% of people say no their first exposure, and 85% of sales happen in the 4th to 5th exposure. So fortunes in the follow-up. But sheesh, we're going crazy right now. So after that, I go ahead and I say, awesome. So look, they may say, I'm doing this for my mom. I want to retire her. Or, hey, look, man, I have student loan debt. I need to pay that. Or, hey, my aunt has cancer. I'm looking for a way I can do it. They're going to say, I want to travel and have freedom. I want to be able to give back. Whatever they say, relate to that aunt. Or if you can't relate to it, tell a story of somebody who can relate to it. Become a good storyteller, right? And like I said, I'm keeping this call super short. So next time when I ask them, I say, okay, cool. So, Brian, you told me, your favorite part was, the freedom, the time freedom, and helping people out and traveling, And also you said that, your mom is struggling financially. You have a little money saved up and you're looking to invest, So, hey, dude, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you're not interested at all, or 10, you want to get started right now, where do you stand? Oh, I'm at like a 6, or I'm at like an 8. If they say 10, close, let's get you started. Boom. Don't talk your way out of it. People oftentimes talk their way out of getting a new member and a new customer into their business. So keep it super. I'm a 10. I'm ready to get started. Awesome. Let's get you started. I'm going to send you my link, and then we're going to get you plugged in. Bye. Boom. That's simple. Don't ever complicate it. But if they're going to say something usually, like I'm a 6, I'm a 7, I'm an 8, and you say, awesome. What questions do you have before we get you started? Boom. Powerful. Most people don't ask to get them started. They beat around the bush. They say that, let's get you started. And I already assume, not if you're going to get involved, not if you're going to be good. I already know, why would they not do this? I've already seen the stamp of approval on this system, on this movement, on this company is obviously there. It's been paved. People from all walks of life, different shapes and sizes, skins, colors. There's so much unity here. People are winning all over the world in over 120 countries. So I already know it works. I'm confident. So if they wouldn't get involved, I'd be surprised. So I assume that they're good. So before we get you started, what questions do you have? What can we do to get you from a 7 to a 10? Boom. Well, I don't. It's usually one of 4 things. I don't have the money, or I don't really know. How does it work? Or 2, I don't have the time. I really just don't see myself, having the time, blah, blah, blah. We already know everyone has the same 24 hours in a day. These are just excuses. Look, everyone has a million, everyone's a millionaire. And excuses are dollars. You just got to figure out which. You can't have excuses and you can't have success at the same time. So these are usually excuses. Number 3, they say, it's too good to be true. It looks too crazy. I've heard this thing is a scam, Forex, it's risky. They're going to say something. Or 4, I don't understand it. I'm educated. Whatever question they ask, I'm going to say, perfect question. That was one of the same questions I was wondering, because you probably were. You didn't know how this worked. I didn't know how this worked. So, great question. I'm going to get on the call and boom, edify them. Now, when I'm edifying, this is important because right here you see the edification triangle. Here is you. You and your friend that you're sharing the PS3 system to. You guys have trust. Familiarity breeds contempt. So your friends like you and trust you, but they don't always respect you. Make sense? So what you do, because the expert's a stranger, is you edify the expert. So for example, if I'm going to edify, if I was getting somebody on the call, hey Brian, this is my boy Matthew Rosa. I met this individual 5 years ago. This guy was making a few $100s a month. He was struggling financially. He moved down to Miami, and now this individual, it's honestly absolutely crazy to see. Lives a life that he loves. He has freedom. He travels. He's been to over 40, 50 countries the past few years, helping a team of over 100,000 customers. And this guy is an amazing person. Edifying them, right? I edify them correctly. I'm excited, and I make them seem like they are like a rock star. Here's why. I also cross-edify back. Now I'm building that respect and that rapport between my friend and the expert by edifying them because they trust me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to also edify them back. I'm going to edify my friend to the expert. So Matt, the reason I'm getting you on the call with Brian real quick is, I just showed him the plan. He's excited. He's a 7 out of a 10. You let your upline leader know, hey, he's a 7 out of 10. He's a 4 out of 10. He's a 9 out of 10. He's ready to get started. But his issue is he doesn't have the money. He thinks he doesn't have the time. He has some questions about the business or how it works or about Forex. Or he thinks it's too good to be true. Can we show him some more? And what I also do is I say, because he wants to retire his mom. Because student loan. Because of this. Because he wants to travel the world. Boom, I've already got that information, so I'm edifying him and saying, because I know that Brian could crush this. I really think, I like and trust him enough to get him on the call with you and not waste your time. I know you're a busy man, but look, I really think he would do really well with this, so I wanted to get him on a call with you. And I've already edified the crap out of Matt. I literally told him who this person is, so he's like, man, that's great, and I edified back. And now your friend's like, dang, I appreciate that. You bigged him up to somebody that big. So now the expert can come on. Number one, the reason for edification is they don't have to talk about their success or talk about you've already, kind of bragged for them in a sense. You know what I'm saying? And in a good way. Not because of money or just success, but because of what they do for other people. The kind of person they are, the leadership they exude, and the value that they give off. That's the important part. So I edify them, and then, sheesh, this is going crazy. So edify the expert, and now they can go ahead and talk really quickly and share their story, share how they got involved. I was just like you, normal average person. Grew up out here. I had big dreams in life. I lived an average life, but I had big dreams. Came into this, saw it was something different, got involved. They go ahead and share their story, and then when they are closing, they say, "So look, before we get you started, do you have any more questions?" Boom. Repeat that over and over. Before we get you started, do you have any more questions? They're going to say, yes, I have more questions, or no, I'm ready to get started. No, yeah, I'm pretty, okay, so let's get you started. Boom. And even when if I'm the one doing it for a team, or even myself, I get other leaders on calls to do this for me. It's not about how good you are, it's about the system duplicating. When your team sees that maybe you don't have to do this, maybe you have influence over people, but what about the newest person who has no experience, just like I did when I first got involved, no experience, no credibility, they aren't making money, and they maybe are somewhere in the middle of nowhere, just starting this project for their city, or their country, or their state, and they're getting involved. It helps them out, so I keep it simple, I leverage that, and then, after, even if I'm doing it, I'll say, look, welcome to the family. I'll welcome them already. Hey, if you have no more questions, awesome, let's get you started. Welcome to the family. We're going to go ahead and plug you in after you enroll. Take care. Boom. I'm already assuming and welcoming them in. So guys, edification triangle, super important. Edification goes a long, long way. I'm telling you guys, this skill set right here, if you can master this PS3 system, if you can master the edification triangle, you guys can go out there and really become successful. Obviously, no income claims, but guys, this works, I'm telling you. And also, one of my favorite quotes is by Henry Ford. He says, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're usually right. So most people get in their own way of this business by not sticking to the system and trying to reinvent the wheel. So it works. This works. It's proven. Stamp of approval. All you need to ask yourself is, will I work for it? Will I work the system? Will I put the work in? Will I actually take this thing seriously and take this to the freaking moon? So guys, is it easy? No, it's not easy, but it's worth it. So guys, the PS3 system, go out there, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.